you know who Andrew Tate is?
Yes, I do.
Do you like him?
No.
Why?
He's really misogynistic and like his views they're so extreme.
Define misogyny for me. So why don't you like him?
He minimizes women.
How?
Going to class.
The girls will say, I hate him. They say, why? He talks bad about women. And then they say, what does he say bad? Every single one of them goes, can't remember.
So this right here is what we would call groupthink, where some people will form an opinion on somebody just because the masses as a whole think that way about somebody. So when they ask, why don't you like Andrew Tate? Girls will say, well, he's misogynistic. Why? Well, because he minimizes women. And they don't really have a specific reason that they can point to or a specific clip. They just see the masses saying it. So they don't want to sit there and say they like him. Let's say they have a neutral opinion where they don't really care much. They don't like him or dislike him. They would just join the bandwagon of why most people say they don't like him, right? Versus me, if I say, like, I don't like him or whatever, I'll have specific reasons. Now, for me, his teachings have helped me improve, where it's like, don't be lazy, don't be weak, control your mind, which has helped me get out of some of the worst situations that I was in. Like, I'm talking depressing situations where I lost everything. Hey man, get up and work. What are you doing with your day? If you want respect, you have to respect yourself. Get in shape. Go out and make money. Walk around with confidence. Learn to defend yourself. These are teachings that changed my life, that he said, right? But I can sit there and say, like, how he would say women belong in the kitchen. Now, me personally, I'm a great cook. I worked in the food industry for a long time, so I like to cook. But after a long day, I do love if I come back to the crib and the girl's like, you know, I got food prepared. Now, it doesn't matter if she cooked it or if she ordered it and know what I like and ordered it, right? That's more of a modern thing where, like, most of the women that I know, they DoorDash something, they Uber Eat something, right? To me, that's cool, right? But that's just me. I feel like when people take these general statements and they say, you know, oh, he said, you know, women belong in the kitchen, which means, and then people take, and one of the biggest reasons that people don't like him is because of the groupthink from the guys that follow him. Now, here's what I'll say. There are a lot of lame, broke, insecure, out of shape guys who will sit there and start looking at their girl like, you belong in the kitchen because Andrew Tate said it. And it's like, dog, you ain't even earned that kind of respect. And I get it. So one thing that Andrew Tate said is he would take a viewpoint, like a traditional viewpoint, and he'll make it an extreme point to also generate views. So he admitted that, right? But I do believe that it becomes dangerous when you got like lames and weirdos thinking that they demand or deserve that from a woman. Versus a guy like me, I don't even be asking people to do stuff. Sometimes, like, when you're a certain kind of guy, women just want to offer their help. So, like, let me give you an example. If you come to my place, really nice, everything is set up, you know, my cars are nice, my motorcycle's nice, I got a platform. Sometimes, you know, a woman could look at that and be like, wow, you have your whole life set up and I feel really taken care of. How can I add to what you got going on? Because you're a guy that's chasing excellence, I want to support you. So that's usually how it works. You know, I feel like when guys got to demand it, like, hey, you need to do this, you need to do it. It's like, bro, why you got to demand it? If you got to demand it, you know, you got to question, like, why are you demanding this? A guy like me would be like, okay, you know, for example, when Andrew Tate talk about, you know, the guy friend things, like if I bring a girl out and then, you know, she hugging on every guy and every guy coming up grabbing her on the waist, what's up, baby? I'll be like, hey, listen, I ain't feeling that. When I bring you out, it makes me look like I got a girl on my arm that everybody can have and everybody done smashed or whatever, right? So I'll be like, hey, what's up? What's the deal with that? You feel me? Like, and then we'll talk about it, right? But it's never like, you know, I gotta demand it. It's more like, hey, this is a red flag for me. Like, what's up with that? You feel me? And then if they like, well, I'm gonna do this, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, cool, bet, nice knowing you. You feel me? And it's just I have the choice to make decisions. I have, you know, the freedom to make those decisions, but it's never demanded. It's never forced. Hey, stop talking to them, right? So the point of that is, I feel like some guys will hear that and they're like, get in the kitchen, get in, no. right? Where he might be like, yo, it's kind of joking. Like, you see videos where he break character and he'll start laughing because it's funny. But you got to think, he's saying things that are very polarizing what's popular in society right now, where women are stepping up and taking the lead and making more money than a lot of men. So he knows that this is extremely polarizing. Let me give you an example. In 2020, I started talking about the whole BLM movement and police brutality. I was looked at as a very polarizing figure, even though I wasn't intentionally trying to cause controversy, but everything I said was used against me. Whether I said I support Detroit cops. Well, cops are brutalizing everybody. Okay, well, I support BLM. Well, BLM are anarchists and blah, 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 right? So he knows intentionally that this is the hot topic right now, like feminism, and this is the thing that can get a lot of clicks and views. So he will say certain things and then try to make a certain point. So it's a lot of it is marketing tactics, and people get real sensitive and eaten up about it. Now, I will say it gets dangerous when you get incels taking that literally, and they start doing weird stuff. Is my fish okay? They start doing weird stuff, right? Where they like, you know, I'm about to start talking to my girl like this and demanding this. When I look at that guy and be like, that's not a guy that I will respect. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a guy that I look at and be like, yo, that's a G. That's a guy that I will follow. It's like, bro, you shouldn't be demanding that from nobody. You got to earn that, bro. Like, straight up. So, like I said, I look at it and be like, okay, Andrew Tate said women belong in the kitchen, right? For me personally, I can look at it and say, yo, his teachings changed my life. But I look at that and be like, well, I'm not going to apply that to my life because I don't care. I can come whip up some food and cook. And then Shorty say she about to Uber something or DoorDash something, so that's cool. Like, she ain't got to be in the kitchen. And at the same time, like I said, I've never really dealt with that problem. Now, I've had situations where, like, yeah, but it didn't work out. And it's like, all right, you ain't with that. That ain't compatible with me, whatever. But it's never coming off force, you feel me? So I feel like when people follow this groupthink and they start saying, I don't like this person, and they completely throw them out, it's not a really healthy form of debating. It's not a healthy form of constructive criticism. You don't learn from that. You just take somebody and be like, oh, I'm going to throw them out because everybody else. People need to learn to understand opposing views. That's something that they teach in English class, right? That's something that they teach in college. That's something that they teach, learning opposing views and learning how to debate. Instead of just taking, oh, this person said this, I don't like this person. You got to learn how to take from people. Now, if somebody's just straight evil, that's different. But if you see that, okay, this person is doing good, what can I learn from this person and dissect? Let me understand their perspective. I'm the kind of person that would try to understand anybody's perspective, even if that person say, you know, like, let's say they like, oh, everybody from the hood is this, or I'm from the hood, right? They'll say, oh, everybody from the hood are all thugs, right? I'll be like, let me understand why dog think that. You know, now if they just ignorant, then it's like, I don't even care. But if they really got a platform and people following them and believing that, which is the case, I'll be like, let me see why dog said that. Oh, everybody that he's come across from the hood, he done got in some issues with. So that's why he's saying that. Okay. And why do I do that? Because if a lot of people follow him and they think that same way, I'm going to come across these people. So if I'm actually debating these people or interacting, I'll be like, okay, well, have you ever been to this part of the suburbs of the inner city and seen that the affluent, you know, minorities, have you seen that? No, I haven't. Okay, well, I encourage you to go do that, right? That only makes you more effective in your point of view when you understand the opposing point. So, you feel me?